Reby was a vision of beauty. Her elegance, her poise, and her glowing skin captivated everyone around her. In her mind, she deserved nothing but the finest life could offer, and she intended to secure it through marriage. She believed her beauty was a golden ticket, and she had set her sights on a life of luxury. When she met Chief Enkay, an elderly but powerful businessman known for his opulent lifestyle, Reby felt her dreams were within reach. Though Chief was decades older, Reby overlooked this, enchanted by the stories of his vast fortune, his numerous properties, and the lavish parties he often hosted in his mansion. His wealth seemed boundless, and Reby was convinced that this was her destiny. Friends whispered warnings, urging her to consider marrying for love instead of wealth, but she brushed them aside. Love won't buy me a mansion, a wardrobe full of designer clothes, or the life I deserve, she replied firmly. Reby was sure she could handle Chief's age as long as he provided the luxury she desired. Soon after, they were married in a grand celebration, with politicians and prominent business people filling the hall, everyone praising Ryby's beauty and Chief's generosity. She was now Madame Enkay, living in the vast mansion she had always dreamt of, with maids, chauffeurs, and a lifestyle she wore like a crown. Within the first few years, she bore him to children. Delighted at the life she was securing, she saw herself as the future matriarch, imagining the inheritance she would one day pass down to her children. Though Chief's health began to wane, he still lavished Reby with gifts, the finest jewelry, and international vacations. She was convinced that his wealth was unending, but as time went on, Reby noticed little signs that troubled her. Chief's businesses seemed to have fewer and fewer clients. His once crowded office spaces grew emptier, and more properties started disappearing from his portfolio. Chief would reassure her with a warm smile and tell her not to worry. Business has its ups and downs, my dear. Just relax and enjoy life, he would say, brushing off her concerns with ease. One night, after Chief had returned from the hospital, looking frail and exhausted, he called her into his study and handed her a folder. "These are my last wishes," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "I trust you to take care of the children and make wise choices." She held the folder with a strange feeling in her chest, but she buried her fears and continued as usual, reminding herself that wealth like his couldn't disappear. When Chief finally passed away, Reby was devastated, though her grief was somewhat softened by her belief that she and her children would now inherit his fortune. She wore black and accepted condolences with quiet pride, already imagining how she transformed their family wealth. But when she sat down with the lawyers, her heart dropped. They explained, with gentle but firm tones, that Chief had been deeply in debt for years. The lavish lifestyle, the grand parties, the endless gifts, it had all been a mirage, sustained by loans and dwindling assets. One by one, the properties she'd counted on as her inheritance were auctioned off to cover unpaid debts. Chief's once thriving businesses had long gone bankrupt, and there was nothing left but the bare essentials. The mansion, which she had seen as her kingdom, was repossessed, leaving her with nothing but memories and her children. The reality struck her with a force she'd never felt before. All her dreams of wealth and status crumbled, revealing the stark truth she had ignored for years. Now, Reby found herself struggling, her beauty no longer a currency that could buy her the life she wanted. She was left to raise her children with what little she could gather, realizing the hollow nature of the lifestyle she had once chased. In the end, Reby learned a lesson that stayed with her long after. Chief was gone. Appearances and wealth could vanish in a moment, but love, character, and genuine partnership were worth more than any riches. It was a lesson she passed on to her children, hoping they'd choose a path different from hers.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and also to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.